We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Pass. Complete.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, Tennessee.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. But they watch the film as well, so they'll take
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
7-yard line.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Ball carrier.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run with Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
A 40-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead.
Buccaneers.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
A 3-yard
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
31. It's a gain of 7.
From the 31, Darnold. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Buccaneers 10, Titans nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On 2nd down, here's the option. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
3rd and 11.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is fielded at the 7. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of the defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And goal to go.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Buccaneers 17. Titans nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory.
A gain of 52 yards. First down, Titans.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. After the interception, here's Darnold. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The 30. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DK Metcalf, 89 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 19. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
2nd down and goal. Darnold into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20.
Ain't doing
and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
The kicker on for the point.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The 17-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Mike 56.
A first down throw. Darnold finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Darnold on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll run it again with Barkley. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 45 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Short of the goal line.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Buccaneers 34, Titans 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last...
And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their own 43. To throw is Darnold. Now they go screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Brings up second and 5.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory.
First and
a very nice pickup of 33 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10. That's complete right around the 8. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and
now it's Darnold.
At the 6.
The quick slant caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the night. And this offense continues to pour it on. And this one through the uprights and good.
Buccaneers 41, Titans 7.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Flush to his right. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10.
All you got to do is look
He
at
will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they have been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a...
And my goodness, another interception. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
13.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz.
And he holds it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Buccaneers 48, Titans 13. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone. And the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now it's Barkley. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
from the gun, it's Tua. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa, and that'll be incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. Third down here.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
number 83.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
At the 22-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Third down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I run out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And out across midfield down to the 45. 33 yards that time.
5-yard line.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the
Off of play action, Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we got no shot to beat this team.
And his kick is right through.
The score, Buccaneers 55, Titans 16.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Darnell Mooney the target there. But it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. A quick slant to Hill. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Tennessee.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. The 20.
Oh, you got to feel it,
and
baby.
somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. So they touched him before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
5-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
58, boys, 58, 58. Mike, ready?
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football.
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the